Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dec, and if you enjoy talking about movies, you're going to feel right at home here. If you enjoy this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload from me. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the news that a new director has been officially brought on board for the Uncharted film for Sony, starring Tom Holland, and that director is none other than Travis Knight. So let's discuss. So this new report is an exclusive from Deadline Hollywood, and they report that Sony Pictures is negotiating with Travis Knight to direct Uncharted, the Sony Pictures film adaptation of the massive selling PlayStation game. Tom Holland remains attached to star and has been squarely in the mix in the discussions for Knight to come on board after Dan Trachenberg exited not long ago. The film will begin production early next year. Now, this is great news in my opinion. Now, just to give my background on Uncharted, just so you guys kind of know how I am with it, Uncharted is actually my favorite video game franchise of all time. Uncharted is incredibly special to me. It's one of the franchises across all mediums that is just incredibly close to my heart. I love the story of Uncharted, I love the characters, and they, like I say, they are my favorite games of all time. And I think that Uncharted 4 might be the best game I may have ever played. It's definitely in contention. I love the Uncharted series. Now, when I first heard they were going to be making an Uncharted movie, I just didn't want to know. I was like, I don't care about this. Video game movies suck. They always do. They have not made a really good one. I mean, Tomb Raider was, like, the most recent Tomb Raider was okay, but it still wasn't exactly great. So I was like, just leave it alone. Don't make it a movie. They're close enough to films as they are. Just leave it. And, you know, you can't cast Nathan Drake. You just can't. You can't get that character right on screen and get another actor to play him because Nolan North's voice is so iconic with that role. You can't just recast that role. So when they kind of announced that Tom Holland was going to be taking on the role and they were going to be doing a young Nathan Drake story, I was like, okay, that's a bit more acceptable because it gets past the casting issue. And I think Tom Holland is actually a really good casting choice for young Nathan Drake, which we saw in Uncharted 3. I just still don't really know if I care about this movie, but either way, I'm still excited and interested to see what this movie eventually turns out to be, and I was very interested to see who they would obviously get to direct it. Now, the film has had plenty of directors throughout the years moving forward with this film, but Travis Knight has definitely piqued my interest a lot more. Now, if you don't know who Travis Knight is actually the lead animator on the Laika film. Now, Laika is a very underrated, very talented animation studio who have really cropped up over the last couple of years, doing films like Coraline and the Box Trolls, Kubo and the Two Strings, which is phenomenal, and also most recently they did a film called Missing Link. Now, that is where he kind of started in the industry. That's where his business kind of, and that's where he first kind of made his name, was through these really smaller, lesser known animated films that really went under the radar for a lot of people, but if you did see them, you would know that they are really incredible. And also, this studio in general is really talented. They're a stop motion studio, which don't really exist anymore, so it's really interesting and really refreshing when you watch one of their films. But most recently, what he's most recently known for, he made his live-action debut directing the Transformers spin-off movie Bumblebee, which was actually my favorite movie of last year, if you saw my top 10 list, just because I absolutely adore Transformers, and that movie was a love letter to me. And because of that, I really am excited about Travis Knight directing the Uncharted film. I really feel like Bumblebee was a really good adventure film, something that had a lot of heart and a lot of a really good story, good character work within it, and I feel like those elements are something that you can be applied to Uncharted really well. So the fact that Travis Knight has been able to prove himself to be able to do those elements and do them well, I think suits himself very well to this Uncharted project. And like I say, even though I'm not particularly excited about the Uncharted project, I don't really want this film, if it is going to be directed by Travis Knight, I will certainly be a lot more open to the option. I just honestly feel like tonally and skill-wise, Travis Knight is a perfect fit for this Uncharted film, and if eventually he does stick around and he doesn't leave like most of the other directors have at this point, I really hope that, you know, hopefully Sony can keep him, because I really feel like this guy is a talent, and I really feel like he could really bring his skill set and really deliver a really fun adventure film. Even if it doesn't feel much like Uncharted, which will still make me feel a bit betrayed, it will still feel like a good adventure movie in my opinion. And with Tom Holland, you of course have an extremely likable lead playing a young Nathan Drake, which again I think is very good casting. So I think you can really get a really special film here if they get it right and if Travis Knight sticks around. Details at the moment are still thin on the ground as to what this film will actually be. Like I said, the only thing we really know about it is that it's going to be focusing on Nathan Drake in his younger years before he becomes the treasure hunter we know from like Uncharted Drake's Fortune onwards. Personally, I would like to see them kind of adapt the storyline we saw in Uncharted 3, where we saw young Nathan Drake the first time he met Sully and things like that, because there's still no confirmation if any other Uncharted characters will be in this, like if Sully will be in this. I feel like you should cast Sully in this if there is going to be a Nathan Drake, plus you can cast like a younger Sully, so you don't have to worry about, you know, getting a good-looking Sully for the older character. You can get a younger Sully, which, you know, won't really be too bad and won't be too hard to cast. So I really feel like they should go down that route and, you know, give us that story of how Nate met Sully and how he trained and became kind of the Nathan Drake that we all know and love from the games. But either way, hopefully Travis Knight can really give us something really awesome with this and just handle it in a way that just is faithful to the source material, faithful to the fans, and really give them a reason to go see this film. Because like I say, pretty much everyone I've spoken to in the gaming community who are a fan of Uncharted, and even in the movie community as well, who like Uncharted, they just don't want to see this movie. They don't want the source material to be tarnished or ruined. So hopefully Travis Knight can come in and really deliver this film well and prove to the fans that this movie needed to be made. Like I say, I still don't want this movie to be made. If I had to, you know, if I could make the decision, just cut it off right now, I would. But who knows? But what do you guys think about this news? Make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you an Uncharted fan? And if so, are you looking forward to this movie? And what do you think about the addition of Travis Knight? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, if you want to see more movie reviews and movie related videos just like this one, be sure to subscribe. And I hope to see you guys again next time.